how people can be prepared for any event that has an economic impact on their practice. It goes back to the whole idea of understanding, having that business acumen and understanding the finances of how cash flows through that, right? So the first thing is making sure you have a complete set of financial instruments. So you have an income statement, a balance sheet, cash flow, and a dashboard, some sort of that you're looking at monthly of KPIs. So we like to think about businesses the same way a veterinarian thinks about a pet. When that pet comes in, I want to take a history. So I want to know what's happened in the past, what's led up to this. I want to know when I do that, what's the diagnostics? What am I going to? How am I going to look at this? Where am I going to go? What am I going to do? Am I going to do on a practice? It might be I need to take a look at my income statement. If my profit is going down, is it because my costs went up, or is it because my revenues are down? Right. So what are the tools that you're going to use to look at for that practice? What I've done, and then what's the diagnosis? What am I going to do about it? Right. And then what does that treatment look like? What strategies are going to be put in place to offset those events? And then once you're done, you're going to re-examine it at some point in time. So the idea is you need to be checking on those financial statements and really those KPIs. So if you have a set of KPIs that are indicators of what's going on with your profit, indicators of what's going on with your asset turnover, indicators of what's going on in your balance sheet, etc. If you have those indicators and you look at them monthly, those will give you an idea of where you are. So that's the first sign. If you see something that's going the wrong way, right? If your profitability is going down, then that gives you an idea about, okay, what things should I be looking at, right? Should I go look at my cost of goods? Should I go look at my labor percent of total revenue? What are those things that I look at? And you can dive down. So I think having that monthly look sets you up for understanding what's going on and what is happening. And now you also need to be aware, so that's internally, but what are the external factors that might have led to that? So what's going on with the economy? We've talked to people about looking at the index of leading indicators for the nation and then doing that for your state to figuring out what's happening to household income, what's happening to the economy. If you know that the economy is going south, then you might expect that your profitability is going to go down, right? And there's not a lot you can do about that after the fact. If you have a leading indicator that says it's going to go down, now you might be able to do something to stem that, right? You might be able to set some accounts up for your clients, or get some stuff prepaid so that you're preparing for that. So it's what are the external factors that could cause things to go wrong, and how am I going to examine those? And some of those things are leading indicators. So there's a lot of ways of doing that, but it takes time, And so how much time is a veterinarian going to take away from treating animals to do that? Or am I going to get somebody in my practice that's responsible for that I'm paying to alert me when the KPIs go bad, or when something happens to the economy, or something happens locally?